On the Newshour Debate this evening, Rita Bahuguna Joshi of the Congress Party is taking on Dr. Chandan Mitra of the BJP. Taking on Chandan Mitra is Manoj of the RJD. Hartosh Singh Bal, senior journalist, is being joined by ex-BJP leader, now author and columnist in an independent capacity tonight, Sudhindra Kulkarni. Lord Meghnad Desai is joining us in some time. So what we've deliberately done is we've kept 3 independent voices and 3 political voices, so that we get a fair spread of opinion on the Newshour Debate tonight. My first question, and we'll have open debate right from the start, which means, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to interrupt each other if you feel you have a point to come in on. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, isn't it absolutely ironical that here is an opportunity for a Prime Minister after almost 10 years in government, 4.5 of which have been totally disastrous, to at least go down in history with us in a statesman-like manner. But the Prime Minister goes out in a petty manner, scoring political points over Narendra Modi. Was the Prime Minister trying to deflect from his own disastrous record by talking about Narendra Modi? Did he want Narendra Modi to be the headline or Manmohan Singh retiring to be the headline?
Well, I feel that the Prime Minister was very candid and honest in his statements today. The first part was his own statement which he made, and then he took a volley of questions from the press, from the media. And when a question is asked of him, certainly he is a politician as well. He's an economist, he's a Prime Minister, he's a leader of the Congress Party. If a direct question is posed to him, he has all right to comment the way he did. And he was very honest in placing his mind to the people of the country. So I think it was a wonderful press conference in which the Prime Minister spoke very honestly, candidly, and very clearly.
No, but why was the Prime Minister, why was the Prime Minister, you didn't answer my question. Here is the Prime Minister, whatever, I mean, unless, are you saying that the Congress Party tutored the Prime Minister to say that about Modi? Because, you know, the BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate is a thrice-elected Chief Minister. You didn't tutor him to say that?
How does that matter? Who will tutor?
No, I'm asking you. Of course it matters, Ms. Joshi. Whether the Prime Minister is saying that independently, or whether the Congress Party 4 months before an election is tutoring the Prime Minister to take on the Narendra Modi.
What was the tutoring about? Is 2002 not known to the nation? Do we not know that they play the communal card? Do we not know that after Muzaffarnagar, 2 MLAs whose hands were red with invoking and promoting violence in Muzaffarnagar were awarded on the dais of Bharatiya Janata Party in Agra? Do we not know that the Mandir issue always comes up? Do we not know that he tries to run down the minority? You have to believe and you have to trust that they do not believe in inclusive politics. And this is the view of the Congress Party. And the Prime Minister is a leader of our Congress Party. Certainly, he has said what the Congress Party...
But is the Prime Minister in any position to say so? Is the Prime Minister in any position to say so? Numerically, every year since 2005, from 2,066 people who have been injured and 124 who have been killed in communal riots, the number of people affected by communal riots keeps going up from 2005 to 2012. If I take even that index, look at his own disastrous record. But in any case, Rita Bahuguna Joshi, let's get a response from Chandan Mitra on the justification you put on the Prime Minister raising Narendra Modi as the headline-grabbing comment in his farewell press conference. Chandan Mitra, your response.
Arnab, you have already deflated the whole litany of untruths that Ms. Bahuguna Joshi has just mouthed. And I think there was a great deal of impropriety in the Prime Minister sitting in a government office, holding the topmost government executive position, to use this press conference to launch a political diatribe. It is simply not done. No BJP Prime Minister, we have only one, or even Chief Ministers, have done this from an official platform. This just shows the desperation of the Congress Party and Mr. Manmohan Singh. He knows nobody comes to hear him at the public rallies, which the Congress Party is, a token rally at least, they are forced to hold. So I thought the Prime Minister must have decided that this is the only way to get some national attention to his political remarks. But it is truly unfortunate that he has said so. As you have rightly pointed out, a three-time elected Chief Minister being rubbished by a two-time selected Prime Minister, I think there is something that is seriously wrong. And a farewell speech, which should have been in a spirit of goodwill and a proper kind of bye-bye to the nation, I think that would have been truly appropriate.
No, Ms. Joshi, I know.
With all my...
No, Ms. Joshi.
With all my regards to you, the Prime Minister spoke about the economy of the country, spoke about the foreign policy of the country.
No. Let me tell you what the Prime Minister said.
Achievements of the government.
Let me tell you.
He was replying to the question.
Let me just tell you.
I was also
Ms. Joshi,
press conference.
Ms. Joshi, with Arnab's permission, I just want to read out one line of his speech or his comment. I do not wish, said the Prime Minister, to elaborate on our achievements in the economic arena. No, obviously, there are no achievements. There are disachievements, if any. Rate of growth has plummeted. Our economy is in the doldrums. And the Prime Minister makes a honest confession that he does not want to dwell on the economy because he can't.
If RTI is not an achievement, if Lokayukt is not, if Lokpal is not an achievement, if Manrega is not an achievement, is wavering of the debt.
I was talking about the economy, madam. I am talking about the economy.
You please tell me,
what
do you mean by achievements? You know that
no, Ms. Joshi, don't look upset about it. There is a growing perception. There is a growing perception now building since the Prime Minister's press conference. If you allow me.
Distributing freebies.
If you allow me, Ms.
Distributing freebies is not economic policy.
If you allow me.
Distributing freebies.
Come on, Ms. Joshi. Ms. Joshi, be realistic about it. Be realistic about it. No, be realistic about it. What has the Prime Minister done by talking about, by putting a singular focus on Modi?
Yes.
The Prime Minister has ensured that instead of the headline being Prime Minister retires, the headline is Prime Minister attacks Modi. If the Prime Minister had no spectacular gains of UPA 2, he could have been cornered on issues of corruption. He could have been cornered on issues of accountability. I'm coming into all that. No, Ms. Joshi.
15 minutes he made his statement. He did not take the name of any opposition party or any opposition leader. But when the media asked him direct questions,
so you don't...
certainly he has to answer. They asked about Rahul Gandhi.
So who was he talking about?
No, Ms. Joshi, be clear. Be clear. Be clear about...
They asked him about Pakistan, he made a statement. They asked him about America, he made a statement.
What?
Ms. Joshi, out of his own
Ms. Joshi, it is the way in which the comment is made. It is the manner in which the comment is made. I get in others into the debate. Chandan, Mitra, should we open this up? Let's open it up, I say. Let's open it up.
Yeah.
Hartosh wants to come, Manoj wants to come, Meghnad Desai, good evening and welcome. And Sudhindra Kulkarni wants to come. And not with any intention to provoke, but only with a clear intention to ask that question. When you accuse Mr. Modi, what do you accuse him of? Manoj, you accuse him of presiding over the mass massacre of innocent citizens. The Prime Minister is glossing over the fact that no court of law, no investigating authority, has found anything or said anything adverse against Modi. So he can be accused of false propaganda and being tutored by the Congress to say so.
Yeah.
No, Ms. Joshi, the courts have found nothing.
He is a Congress leader. No, Mr. Goswami, he's a Congress leader, he's a Prime Minister. Why does he require
Okay, fine, he's not been tutored, Ms. Joshi. No, Ms. Joshi, okay, he's not been tutored. Even if I accept he's not been tutored, show me one thing which a court of law and investigating agency has found against Narendra Modi.
Program in Gujarat. He spoke in the same tenor about a month back when he was in the program in Gujarat.
Sorry, Ms. Joshi.
He has not changed his
The Prime Minister is lying.
I get Manoj
in what he says about
Arnab, can I come in here?
And we don't
Chandan, Mitra, Manoj turn. Manoj.
Arnab, just a few quick points, because I should look at this entire press conference in totality. And I have the freedom to be an insider as well as outsider for PM and Congress Party and UPA. You know something? You have been a greatest advocate of perception. You have been telling me about perception a lot. There are 56 cases more at different layers in the Gujarat, in different courts of Gujarat. So let's not forget that it was simply an ordinary magistrate's court, and the victims have the prerogative. Witnesses have the prerogative. Survivors have the prerogative to move ahead. So let's close it here. The perception is Mr. Modi actually, if you look at his statements, forget anything, all his statements since then, they somehow indicate that if not active, he was part of the team which was aware of what is going on and how it is going on. That's number one.
One second. One second. So, I agree with you. I agree with you, Manoj. I have been talking about perception. But I have been talking about cases of perception where there have been concrete facts. You want to know about cases of perception, Manoj Jha? Veerbhadra Singh's corruption is a case in which there are hard facts against him. A case which the Prime Minister says he does not even know about. You know, Manoj, that Gulbarga was the only case that Modi was facing scrutiny for. And he was given a clean sheet by the SIT, which was accepted by the trial court. He has not been held in scrutiny in any other case. Lord Meghnad Desai also wants to come in. Lord Desai. Lord Desai.
No, Gujarat.
Lord Desai. Quick rebats. I'm going to come back to you. Lord Desai.
6 months in Gujarat. And I know what he did.
Mr. Narasimha Rao was Home Minister in 1984. He presided over the massacre of 3006. Okay? And Narasimha Rao became a very successful Prime Minister of India. You know, it's very convenient to forget the Sikhs. Yeah. Very convenient to forget the Sikhs. 3,000 died in 3 days, right? And not a single person has been indicted for that. And the Sikhs are still demanding justice. And somebody asked a question to the Prime Minister directly about this. You know, bad as the Gujarat riots were, bad as the Gujarat riots were, bad as Gujarat riots were, let us not forget that in Delhi, 3,006 died in 3 days. Not a single policeman intervened in this, and Congress Home Minister of the centre is in charge of Delhi police.
Correct your facts.
Okay, I take that. A challenge thrown. A challenge thrown, Manoj Jha. No, Manoj Jha.
Virtuous about
Manoj Jha.
Let's not be virtuous.
Manoj Jha, Rita, Bahuguna, Joshi, and you have both been cornered.
There have been many more. Hang on, there have been many more communal rights, Muslim type communal rights under Congress rule. 11,000 communal rights took place in India since Nehru's death. And most of them were under Congress rule. So let us not mess around. Let us not mess around. Let us not mess about. Nobody has a monopoly. Nobody has a monopoly of a clean conscience. Nobody has a monopoly of a clean conscience.
Mr. Modi has not even...
What do you mean? No, 1 second. Rita Joshi. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, 1 second. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, logic by logic. No, 1 second. Rita Bahuguna Joshi. Sudhindra, Kulkarni, Hartosh Singh Bal are not yet into the debate. I say logic by logic, fact by fact. I'm not saying riot versus riot. But if we are to apply logic versus logic, Manmohan Singh brings up 2002. He's also asked a question on 1984 anti-Sikh killings, over which, as Meghnad Desai rightly says, justice has not been done for 29 years. He admits that he has apologized for the riots, but when did he apologize, Sudhindra Kulkarni? I think he apologized in 2005. He apologized in 2005, but the wheels of justice in Gujarat over 2002, the wheels of justice in Gujarat over 2002 have moved faster than they have in the case of 1984. Am I right or wrong? Hartosh, let me get you in. And then Sudhindra Kulkarni.
It is true. It is true.
Arnab, look, let us make some important distinctions.
victims of those riots.
That
And
both
the
Narendra
Prime
Modi
Minister
and Rajiv
has
Gandhi
apologized
presided
to the
over
nation.
the mass massacre of citizens in the
Mr. Modi
state and
done this.
central capital.
We want to
But
ask you.
The fact is, under the
One
law,
second,
this is not
one
a crime,
second,
but that
wait.
does not make
Hartosh.
Dr. Manmohan Singh versus Modi's
Yeah.
statement.
May I
want to
speak,
ask
Ms.
you.
Joshi?
Dr.
You've
No, no,
had
one
your
second,
say for
one
a
second,
long
one-
time.
He said, I stood and
Ms.
apologized.
Joshi, 1 minute.
Has
Ms.
Mr.
Joshi,
Modi
1 minute.
apologized?
Ms. Joshi,
Neither
just
in
a
the
minute.
House nor outside.
See, I'll
And
say
then
one
you
thing
think
here.
that
Ms.
he's
Joshi,
cornered.
Ms.
What did
Joshi,
the
just
Prime
if you
Minister
come in
say?
1 minute.
Prime Minister only put the truth.
Ms. Joshi,
Prime Minister spoke the truth.
Ms. Joshi, the question is
I'm
not,
speaking
you know,
right
whether
as
the
well.
Prime Minister spoke the truth or not. The question really is what headline did the Prime Minister want to grab? Now it is an accepted fact and Chandan Mitra won't like it. But it is an accepted fact, Chandan Mitra, that 2002, even after the Prime Minister's blog, Narendra Modi's blog, will continue to be a chink in his armor. You must also accept it. And unless there is complete remorse expressed, people will see it as a chink in his armor. That's not something that you can wish away, Chandan Mitra. And let's be realistic about it. Yes, Hartosh, please complete your point.
Look, sorry, Arnab,
Yeah,
I'm
Arnab, the
sorry
point
to
is
say
very simple.
that we have, this
Both
has been
Narendra
debated
Modi
again and
and
again.
Rajiv Gandhi
Hartosh.
presided over the mass massacre of citizens in the very city they were sitting in. Unfortunately, under the Indian legal system, this is not a direct crime. It should be. Narasimha Rao should never have become Prime Minister. Just because there was a wrong precedent set doesn't make it right that Narendra Modi should become Prime Minister. That said, the problem is not with the Prime Minister's message, unlike what Chandan Mitra is saying. The problem is with the messenger. Manmohan Singh himself has no grounds on which to stand and make these statements. If you look at his entire statement today, what does that statement end with?